Well guys, it's planting season here in the Midwest. I shot a turkey right in the face this morning up on the lease. I didn't get it on video. I was hunting with Dad and we were just having a good morning together, so I ended up sneaking up to him. It's been kind of tough, so haven't seen much turkey content from us, but it's been fun. And today we're getting all of our beans planted. We didn't have any greens to plant, but we're putting in, I think, almost 24 acres of beans this year for the deer. So getting them all put in. We have 3 main fields. One of them out in the pasture area that we call it. There's an old cattle pasture that we converted to deer habitat, and that's about 5 acres. And then field back behind me here across this draw, that one's about 10 acres total, but 3 of that's, or maybe a little less. There's a alfalfa clover field in that one, and then beans. And then up here is our field that we've got divided in 4 sections with some extra areas and some extra green food plots like clover and alfalfa. 4 main plots, 3 acres apiece that we did in beans here. So takes a big field and it kind of makes it into smaller sections of the field where you can add diversity, some greens, and then also just creates lines of movement to our box blind up there, our sniper blind, where we have the best access, and we usually put a scrape tree up there. It's created a lot of good movement, and past 2 seasons some mature bucks have been killed out of that blind, so it's been a pretty good producer for us. So, but yeah, we're just finishing up planting. A couple things we did different this year was we didn't do any corn. We did corn last year, but we didn't fertilize most of it. We fertilized some of it over in that field, and it actually produced pretty good over there. We got, I don't know what the yield would be, but big ears and plenty of corn, and the deer were hammering it in October. That there were several mature bucks hanging out over there. But the problem is the rest of the corn that we didn't fertilize, because it's so expensive to grow corn and fertilize it, didn't produce hardly anything. So they finished that off, and pretty much by November, and we were out of corn, and then we were left with only about half of the food that we could have had. And this past winter we ran out, so we decided to go back to beans. And to kind of make up for that, or experiment a little bit more this year, we're doing almost half, not quite half, but real world wildlife whitetail soybeans, the generation 2. It's supposed to be higher oil, different maturity dates. It's a mixture of 4 beans, so we're going to see how that does on our property and see if it's worth. It's a little bit extra cost planting them side by side, and we're going to see if it's worth it, and we'll probably take you along, share the results. But those are kind of the new things, and I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out. We got perfect conditions, so it should turn out well. So leading up to this weekend, what we've done to prepare is 2 weekends ago, Dad came in and sprayed everything with Gly and 2,4-D to get a really good kill. It was really effective. There's hardly any weeds that he missed. And then we were going to plant last weekend, but honestly it was pretty dry and the soil temperatures were just getting up high enough. We were just starting to get in that ideal window, and the forecast was looking good, so we decided to push it back one more weekend. And I think it'll be the right move. With this, it's really warm now, and we got a bunch of rain a couple days ago, so there's a lot of subsoil moisture. I think these beans will be popped up in a week and emerged and growing, so I think we should have the best beans we've had. But then yesterday we also picked up a fertilizer cart from the local co-op and made it really easy, a lot cheaper than bagged too. We were able to spread fertilizer. We had 5 tons of fertilizer between potash and phosphorus, so should have pretty good coverage. We did soil samples across the farm. First time we've ever done that, so it should only make things better. We've always gotten a pretty good yield, but it should be even better this year now that we fertilized it. And then final thing is, anyone wondering about the population, we were running about 150,000 beans per acre this year. We wanted to go, it's a little bit heavy, but we have a lot of deer on this farm, so a lot of them are going to get nipped off probably at the early growth stages, and we wanted to make sure we had enough. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. So it's been a nice, good long day, beautiful weather. Hopefully everyone's able to get outside, and we'll make sure to take you along. Can't wait. Velvet filming will be here before we know it, so make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for watching.